Hello, Sweden.
Hello, United States of America.
So I'm in Texas. You're outside Stockholm, Sweden. How's the weather in Sweden? Because it ain't the same as here.
No, here it's -1 and snowing.
So that is about 28 degrees and snowing, 28 Fahrenheit if we have any American listeners later on. That's cold. In April, like
Yes.
end of darn April, you get snow in the end of April.
Yes, but last year on my mother's birthday, the 9th of May, it was snowing as well. So
That's why I don't live in Sweden anymore, y'all. Just 'cause we right now, I think have like 64, 65 degrees, which I think in my head I may be wrong. It's about 12, 15 degrees Celsius. Um, and sunshine, even though it was raining, and telling you, it was pouring all day for almost 20 hours nonstop, like flood pouring down. What we say in Sweden is kind of like a, yeah, it was a rainy day. Take that times two for 20 hours constantly, and sometimes some thunder and lightning in the morning as well. Yeah, it's water everywhere.
well, that's nice. I like when it's raining. So
I don't mind that either. I kind of like it too, except the consequences. The damn grass is growing like crazy. So I know I'm working tomorrow, but I know what I'm gonna do Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's gonna be mow the damn yard.
oh, for
Because
once,
right,
because you never do that.
I feel like I'm a mowing specialist by now. But yeah, like knowing that the sun is shining today, it will be shining tomorrow. I know that the grass will probably have been this much taller until
Hmm.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Mhm. Yep.
Great. Here the trees are starting to bloom, even though it's snowing.
Poor
It's
nature.
very
Gonna be
strange.
completely confused.
Yeah, and the poor birds,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the spring and the summer birds, have come already,
They're on their
and
way
they're
back.
trying to sing and keep a good mood up. But this weather, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, Sweden is
I'm
not.
sitting outside because I have my heaters, so I have one on each side, so to keep me warm because the light is better out here than inside.
Yeah, for once we see your face, your sweet, beautiful face.
I
You
look a
got-
bit tired because I've been sitting outside the pasture with the new horse
yeah, you
since
have a new
like
little Shetland pony.
yeah, Malva.
About her.
Um, she's 15. She's a black mare, and she's she's used to be a um, competition horse, like for driving
Okay, yeah,
in Paris.
yeah,
Well,
cool. So that's
like
you're gonna.
I think they call it dressage. Like they have like a program that they drive,
Yeah,
uh,
right.
and distance as well. And she's done Montier and she's done show jumping. She's done a bit of everything. And with the last owner, um, uh, she loved going on competitions.
So
And she was like, "I love meeting the people. That's the best thing ever." And it just happened to be that I always win. And her wall was like
just like
full of diplomas.
right, right. So
So
what was
it's a really, really nice horse. So now she's gonna have like a more like a hobby pensioner's life, and we're gonna drive, and the kids are gonna ride on her and stuff like that. But not no more competing.
oh
She's
too old for that. Well, so have you been following the World Cup, World Championship in Dubai? Like, because we're talking horses here, right?
No,
Like how Sweden basically dominated the finals. Like seriously, we won
no, I haven't seen anything
and
because
jumping.
since he came, I've had been forced to sit outside pasture
But
every
aren't you
second.
on social media? Aren't you a social media girl? Haven't you scrolled through Facebook, TikTok,
No,
Instagram,
no, no,
whatever? How
no,
in the world do you
nothing. I have just been sitting or standing looking at those two Shetland ponies trying to fuck.
know?
He's not even a stallion, he's a gelding. So,
Welcome to the house. So, if I tell you then that Patrick Kittle, he
yeah,
won dressage, okay?
yes,
Yes, you
of
knew that.
course.
Yeah, but
No, I didn't
no,
know
not
that. But
really.
yes.
No, I wouldn't say of course because Charlotte Lottie Fry from Great Britain got disqualified right when she came in to the arena because it was a tiny bit of blood in the horse's mouth. So she was disqualified and she was leading the
Well,
competition.
that's a shame. That's good.
Well, it was a small wound. It was nothing major. The rule says any blood, you're disqualified out of it, so nothing I want to argue. But with that said, not saying Patrick didn't do a great ride. It was amazing. I looked at it. It was flawless, completely flawless. He deserved to win. Absolutely. No doubt
Uh,
about it. But there was probably going to be a little bit different if Charlotte would have been able to ride her program.
yeah,
Not saying anything. Patrick absolutely deserved to win. I'm not,
yeah,
you know. But then we go to the show jumping where we have Henrik from Eckermann with King Edward, who has been in the lead. He won the last year and has been in the lead the entire season and just wins it all. Boom. But if
yeah,
you can go back and look at that ride, it is so close a couple of times that these bars fell down. Like King Edward's comes down with a hoof between two bars, lift it up, and managed to not pull it down. When I saw it, I knew the result. I was still like, I'm telling you. So, and then Peder Fredriksson with Catch Me Not S came third. Like,
yeah,
talking Swedish darn dominance.
yeah. But we're quite good.
Quite. We're
Yeah,
damn good. We're
yeah,
damn
right.
good.
We are.
I am
Come
so
on, mud.
glad.
We say we do all right.
Right, right. That's so Swedish. That is so Swedish.
Yeah, we
We
do all right.
did all right in this championship. No, 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 no. I am at this point a very Swedish, proud equestrian, even though I don't ride that much anymore. But I still have three Swedish warm bloods, and both touchdown and catch me not is Swedish warm bloods. I'm not sure about King Edward. I don't think he's the Swedish warm blood. Regardless, we have two.
Uh, yeah.
It's not. It's not bad. That's the same breed as my three girls.
No,
In
that's
pasture.
not bad. No, they're really good. The especially the show jumpers.
Oh yeah.
When we had like the Olympics, when we had like uh, um, Malin Vajard and Henrik von Eckman, Fredrik Fredriksson, and I'm so tired. Help me. The older guy.
Adolf Göran Bengtsson.
Yes. Yeah. That's like the dream team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Molly always ride these like the most difficult horses that that's impossible to ride, and she does it so well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a natural writer. So, but this all being dominant, like I'm excited for the Olympic Games. It's
Yeah,
less than 100 days left. I don't know really. Like I during that time, I always and I did it before NBC, who is the Olympic channel here in US. They have their own online channel. That's when I sign up. It's for the Olympic Games, and then I cancel my subscription for another couple of years. But that's like running 24/7 in my house. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything else those days. Mm-mm. I'm gonna watch, and Equestrian is absolutely like all the Equestrian I'm gonna look at, all of it.
Yeah. The only thing I think is it's fun to watch, but it's always so many accidents, and it's nerve wracking and scary to watch. It's
Oh, yeah,
you have to help me, fälttävlan.
cross country.
Yeah, cross country. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like the combination. They
Yeah,
have dressage and show jumping and
there.
cross country, and I've seen like some of the accidents that they really end bad.
They don't broadcast that much cross country, though. It's mostly the show jumping and dressage they do, at least here in the
Yeah,
US.
because they had
Cross
like the world champion, like I'm gonna say fälttävlan, because it's
okay,
like the
that's cross country when you said that. Yeah.
yeah. In Swedish, that includes the dressage, the show jumping, and the cross country. So I will say fälttävlan. So, they had in, I think in Malmö, they had like the World Cup or something like that a few years ago, and then they made like the cross country um
On the beach.
course, uh yeah, on the beach and through bits of the city park and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And when they are on like wet grass and stuff, it's scary.
I
It's
completely
so
agree.
much force when they come in like full canter or gallop, and they slip. And
Completely fearless. All of them.
yeah, they're
Fearless.
they are out of their mind. They're fucked up. There's something there.
Yeah. But
But
I'm
the horses are happy, and like you can see like just before they stand in like the small box
Mhm.
just before they start, and the horses go like before they hear the signal, and
They know they're
they
on
know,
tip.
and they love to do it, but when it goes bad, it goes like really bad.
Yeah. It's it's a kind of a sport of all or
But
nothing.
it's like arm wrestling. I've arm wrestling films too, where they're so strong, like
Mhm.
in the world championship. The muscles are stronger than the bones, so
Right.
when they like take
They
the
snap
force, the
bones.
it snaps. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
So
working the other day. It's like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was working a motocross show.
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I see this." And these are kids that are 15 to 25 years old. And they are, I kid you not, they're flying over my head, over our ambulances. And we're like, "Oh my God, if these people land wrong, we're dealing with a lot of bad injuries." And sure enough,
yeah,
like we had one that wasn't bad. But the last time before I was there, I wasn't there at that time. They flew out 3 femur fractures that happened at the same time. I'm like,
mm,
"Mm, not doing that sport for sure." But
yeah,
yeah, cross country, equestrian cross country has never been something I like to do. I am more of a dressage person.
yeah.
To watch
Now,
the
me too. Now I do more like I enjoy uh, academic riding.
yeah, that's fun. How,
Um,
how do you
and that's all about the horse and the horse's health. I've competed in both dressage and show jumping, but I'm like, "Mm,
uh,
not much."
yeah, thank
Um,
no, thank you.
and I don't really want to compete anymore.
Would
So
yeah, like
academic riding, that's enough.
absolutely. I long to come back to ride every day, train, show, all that. If somebody could give me that opportunity to do that, I would absolutely do it. I just don't have the funds nor the means to do so. But yeah, I would. I miss it tremendously.
Mm,
I'm just blessed that I still have my 3 horses to be pastured. trying
Yeah.
to find somewhere how I can get up on them and have somebody to hold them or stuff like that. We'll figure it out. One day
Yeah.
or another. I'm still waiting to win my lottery ticket though.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the mask said this year, so
Right. Right. We're only
and the year is not finished yet.
we're just in April, but yeah, you never know. How was your trip to Germany?
It was good. We had like the first day was like 20 degrees and sunshine, and the kids did good. They are teenagers. They
Mhm.
do what you can expect teenagers to do.
You remember when you were a
Half
teenager
of
yourself?
them I remember very well, very well. But I was a very bad example of a teenager. Very bad example.
Yes.
These were angels compared to me. Art
You were way
angels.
worse than I was, at least, that's for sure.
I was way worse than most. So,
I can attest
but
to
as they say in Swedish, det blev folk av mig också.
that. Jajamän.
Became people of me too.
You grew up.
Yes, that's a more correct translation. But if you directly translate it, it became people of me too.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love it.
So we had a nice trip.
Cool beans.
Uh, uh, but when we came back the day before we were gonna leave, the Öresund bridge was closed
Wow.
because of the hard winds and the
Ooh,
snowing and ice. But it
great.
was open. It was open the day after when we crossed it.
Well, good.
But when we came home, we came from like 15, 20 degrees snow, sunshine to snow and ice and minus degrees. And when we unloaded the bus, it was this much snow on the ground.
And nobody had equivalent shoes for that.
No, because we've been in a country where it was a little bit warmer, where it was spring.
Oh, yeah. I hear you on that one. Mm-mm.
So, but the trip overall was good,
Cool.
and the bus was no problem.
Good.
Because it's 18 hours one way on the bus.
That's a long time. How
Yeah,
many
that's
how many stops did you make?
not many. We did one stop uh, in Sweden on the way down for dinner, and then we switched drivers in Malmö because
Stockholm
just
is
from Stockholm to Malmö it's 8 hours.
yeah. So
Uh, what?
his time was up.
Yeah, his time was up. And after that, we drove for another 4 hours, and then he had to make a stop. So we made a stop, but then it was in the middle of the night and everyone was sleeping.
Yeah.
I just like sneaked out and had a cigarette, and then we had one more quick stop, and then we were there. So
Cool. Oh, it wasn't bad then.
no, it wasn't that bad. So we went straight to the Swedish church in Berlin to the servant, the mass. It was the Easter.
It was just
It,
Easter.
yeah, it was the. So I say it correctly in English. It was the day after Easter Sunday.
Yeah. For us, it's nothing. For us, it's a regular Monday. We don't have a name.
You don't have annan dag.
No, we don't.
No,
We don't. That's
no,
not.
we left on påskafton. Yeah, And no, we came on Easter Sunday. So
Yeah.
because that for us is påskdagen, and we celebrate afton
Right.
always. So we left on påskafton and we came on Easter Sunday to Berlin, and then we have annandag påsk.
And then you have yeah, we
We
don't
have a lot of annandag in Sweden.
the day after. It's like the recovery day. Swedes needs to recover from everything. Christmas and New Year's and Easter and Midsummer, Annandag Midsommar. Do we have that? Do we have Annandag Midsommar?
No, we don't have annandag
Should
midsommar.
have, because that's when you damn need to recover.
No, we have you like midsommardagen because we celebrate midsommarafton. So
Right.
then
There we go again. So you recover on Midsommardagen. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
because we don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas
day.
Day. We celebrate on Christmas Eve. That's the big day for us.
Right.
So Christmas Day, it's the hungover day. It's like the calling for delivery pizza day for a lot of people.
Yeah. And then it's Boxing Day is what we
Yeah,
call
that's
Annandag.
Annandag Jul.
Yeah, that's a shopping day all day.
No, that's celebrating my little brother's birthday day.
Okay, well, that's okay, fine.
Yeah, it's so fun because Alva hears your voice from inside, so she's at the door barking.
Oh, Alva. She's like, what the heck?
I can let her out, so she can come and say hi.
Oh, we need to an update to see how much she's lost weight.
And she's lost a lot of weight. 1.5 kilo to be
Okay.
exact.
Yes.
Come, Alva.
Alva.
Come, she.
Alva. Oh my goodness. Hi, girly girl. She's like, oh, am I getting famous now? You're
Yeah.
15 minutes of fame, girl.
Exactly.
That's what you get. Yeah, and I'm gonna head out the door here when we're done and go and show a
You're
house,
gonna show out.
right? And I have not done a showing of a house for a month, I think. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be fun because
The
my brother
best
removed.
real estate agent in Eastern Texas, or what was it? You got some nomination or a prize or something.
Yeah, and then it's just been for me because my broker made some changes, so I don't get any leads anymore. So it's been fairly dead, which hasn't been my problem because I've had so much to do with my tea company. Like
Yeah.
week in the past was the first weekend in I think 3 or 4 weeks that I didn't have an event. Great, because it was it is Sunday today. I feel like it's in the middle of the week, but isn't it Sunday today? Yeah, it is Sunday.
Sunday today.
I don't even know what the hell day it is. But this weekend it was the first weekend for a while that I didn't do it. It rained for everybody anyway, so and that was kind of sad. Um, but I've been so busy with the tea company, so it's like it's been fine.
Yeah. So how was the solar eclipse?
Oh yeah, we had the solar eclipse. It was more amazing than I would have expected. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a partial. Um, that didn't really impress me much. Uh, this one though, completely different. It was. I was a little bit tired of it beforehand because it was so hyped up. So what I did was I took a big blanket, I took Twix and Bam Bam, and I went out on my front yard. Um, and they were like, "What are we doing here? We don't get this." And I went out when it was about 10 minutes um, left until the actual total solar eclipse.
Yeah.
I just laid down because I figured 10 minutes would be fairly enough for them to just calm down, which it was. But what I don't know what I would have expected, but what happened was that first the temperature drops significantly. It goes from warm to cold in
Yeah.
probably like a 20-25 degrees Celsius temperature drop. That's how much in a minute. In
Yeah.
a minute. It's not like something that happens.
That's how much we need the sun.
Right? It was really, my thought was, oh my God, I did not realize how much impact the sun actually had. And
Mm.
then within the next minute, it became dark. Like we went from day to night. The street lights turned on. All my, like everybody that has automated outdoor lights, the light those went on. And then the quietness. All the birds went quiet.
Yeah.
Twix and Bam Bam, they laid down and they almost fell asleep. They're like, "Hmm." And it was the most magical 4 minutes of solar eclipse. Like, I can't even put words on it because it
Right.
was just amazing, different, weird in the same time. It was
Yeah.
a real, like, I suddenly understood why people traveled the world to experience this. I was like, it
Yeah.
makes sense now. It completely makes sense. I completely understand why it was all this fuss. Then it was like when everything was over and the sun was back up, it took another 1.5 minute after this 4 minutes of solar eclipse. And the FedEx truck came. He must have been just right around the corner with a delivery. And both of us like, and what now? What are we gonna do now? It was just like complete emptiness because what everybody had like experienced and anticipated and built up anticipations for so long suddenly was
Mm.
over. And we're like, what are we gonna do now? I didn't get shit done the rest of the day because I was like, huh? No. It was a little bit like Christmas morning. And what are
Yeah.
we gonna do now? When everything is over, like, okay, hmm, it was weird. But it was an amazing experience. If I get the opportunity to see it again, I would absolutely try to do it. So
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a lot, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And you had a lot of people in Trail.
Terrell did have a lot of people. We had I got to tell you about this. I got to tell you about this. You probably read about it online too. So we had a Celestial Sunday event where vendors were outside on the curb, and there was music going on and a lot of shopping events and all kinds of stuff going on at downtown Terrell. And I was about to pack up. I'd had a really good day, and earlier in the day, a Norwegian couple had passed me by, and I heard that they were talking Norwegian. So I answered them, "Oh, I recognize that language." So they turn around and they're like, "What the?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm Swedish." So we spoke a little bit. Them in Norwegian and I'm in Swedish. It was hilarious because I realized I haven't spoken Norwegian for 20 years. Long, that was a long
You
time.
just have Norwegian, so about the.
Right, right, exactly. And then I'm about to pack up, and these two guys come up and look, and and I said, "Are you from?" We haven't said very much, and I said, "Ask them, hey, are you from town? If not, we ship worldwide." And they're like, "No, we're from Sweden." And he had this kind of smile on his face that I could tell that he has encountered people who has no clue about where Sweden is because he gave me that. Do you know where that's at? Smile. Hmm,
Yeah.
I've given it to people so many times, so I
Wow.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he didn't say anything. He was just like, "No, we're not from here. We're from Sweden."
Yeah.
And I flip because have in mind here, you're traveling to Texas and you're in a small town east of Dallas, and there is somebody on the side of the road selling tea. You do not expect that person to speak Swedish. I
No.
wouldn't, at least. So I flip and I say, Ja, men då kan vi fortsätta ha den här konversationen på svenska. And our English speaking people is, well, then we can continue to have this conversation in Swedish. Their faces. I'm telling you, I can't even do it. I was laughing so hard. I'm still, as you see, laughing just thinking about it. Because that was the absolutely last thing they ever could have thought about. Like, they were thrown completely off guard about this. They're like, "What the fuck is happening?" And they are from Gubbängen, so another part of Stockholm,
Yeah.
than than I am from. But yeah, it was that completely made my night. Absolutely. It was awesome. I still like if I need to bring out a laugh or I need to come in a better mood or something, that is what I now pick up. That entire situation is like, huh, just because they were I remember myself having that kind of phrase in my head, like because you don't expect that. Absolutely. I wouldn't. I know
That if you like walking down the party street in Ayia Napa in Cyprus, then they will go like, oh, where are you from? Then you say Sweden, they will like, oh, vackra flickor, kom här, vi kan dinka. Because then they learned so many languages, so there you expect it, but
that's a
not,
touristy place.
yeah, but not in like this small town.
Small town, East Texas town, Terrell, Texas. It was awesome. I was
They traveled all the way there just for the solar eclipse, or
all basically everybody who was there that day because Terrell and Wills Point, where I live, and Greenville, which is like it's like a triangle. You have Terrell, Wills Point, and Greenville is just above us.
yeah,
Um, those three cities were Greenville was the one with absolute longest eclipse time, totality, and then came Wills Point, and then came Terrell. Wills Point didn't have any event on that Sunday, so they had like been able to figure out. Wills Point had their event on Saturday. Terrell had the event on Sunday. I have no clue about Greenville because it's a bit up, but everybody who was there, had traveled to the area for the eclipse, basically. And they
yeah,
had anticipated this major traffic problems. Um, the internet would go down, all these kind of devil on the wall shit could happen. Nothing
yeah,
of that even happened. Like traffic, my work had 12 extra ambulances on standby. None of them even moved.
yeah,
None of them. It was a waste of like the counties of Van Zandt and Kaufman County had declared disaster prior the event.
yeah,
That's how many people and yeah, it was a lot of people, but not to the point where it was congested. Like everything just flew so smoothly, wasn't any problems at all. But
no,
yeah.
everybody just had a great time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I had a great time. I had really good sales both Saturday and Sunday. And then
That's good.
yeah, great
And maybe some shifting more to Sweden and Norway.
right? Well, the Norwegian didn't buy anything, but the Swedes actually did. So yeah, Stockholm has a couple
We have to support this woman, this poor old woman in
she
the middle of nowhere in Texas. We have to support her.
she shocked us
She's
to the
a
point,
countryman.
right? Hello, countrymen. It was so much fun. It was awesome, and just because I know that, and he probably didn't even do it intentionally because you don't do it intentionally, but you say like, yeah, do you even know what that is? That smile, you don't even verbalize it. You just show it with your face. It's like,
Yeah,
do you know where that is at? And then that person you're talking to is just flipping and in complete fluent Swedish, just like, yeah, we can continue this conversation in Swedish.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, because the thing is, like Americans generally have like a poor reputation to not know geography or history or
Like Sweden,
like just
Switzerland.
basic things. And I was sitting when I lived in France. There was a girl there. She was just on holiday, and she was at the bar, and I was like trying to explain to her uh, just the basic American history about the pilgrims and stuff like that, and she was like, "No, well, that never happened." And I was like, "Okay, that never happened.
It never happened. Okay, whatever.
You don't know your own history. It's okay.
It's all
Who
good.
am I to judge?
Right, right.
I'm gonna judge you when I come home."
That's when I make my final judgment.
Yeah, before I go to bed.
Right. No, but
In
but
the morning.
no, I'm not. I realized that actually to go back to the Olympic Games. One of the first years I was here and there was the Olympic Games, it was somebody who had. We were looking at flags for some reason. I can't remember who it was, or I think it was at work. And somebody had seen a flag, and they're like, "What flag is that?" And I'm like, "It was one of the African flags because
Yeah,
Africa has green, yellow, and red in most of their flags, and black."
yeah.
Right. I can't remember which one. And I just said, "Well, that's such and such, like Kenya's flag." I don't know if it was Kenya. And all of them looked at me and they're like, "How did you know?" I'm
Well,
like,
I went to school.
right? That's
You like Africa is a country, so
so like
thank you and good night.
I was like, do you watch the Olympic Games maybe? Yeah. Okay. Pay some attention then, because then you'll learn all the flags very quickly. And we had just passed an Olympic Games at that point. And they're like, "Oh, where in the world is that?" I'm like, "Have you heard about the continent of Africa?" Like, yeah. Okay, good. Then look at a map.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm sorry, Americans. It's a lot of, and here's the thing, what I should say. We in Sweden learn about US history, we learn about um the US states and capitals and blah blah blah.
and presidents and
Presidents and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
wars
Did I pay like I paid attention. Did I retain that information very well? I can tell you American history is absolute history overall is not my subject. It's not my cup of tea. I don't like history. I
I
didn't
have like I have it like a side interest. I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that.
right.
Religion
I
and history, I really, really love just
and
to
I
like.
completely lost the interest of history because I didn't have good teachers uh
Yeah,
in high school and it was miserable. And so I'm like, yeah, I love geography and I think I still have all the states and all the capitals and stuff like that. I know where it's at. But compared to an American, they learn everything about their country, but they have no clue about anything outside. A lot of
no,
them.
I know. Because there are a few guys on like YouTube and Facebook and stuff that go around and ask young people that are in high school or in college, in like they are in Times Square or somewhere in
Public.
Venice Beach or wherever, and they go and ask them questions
Mhm.
about just basic geography, like um, uh, where is
Um,
England, or where um, is Africa a continent,
right.
or which is the capital of the United States, and someone has answered like Texas. Texas is the capital. So
Hear you. You need to go back to school.
yeah, or which countries belongs to North America, although, and then the answer is America. So
Canada. Canada is just excluded. Bah.
yeah, or which country, which countries has the country, fan heter det, landsgräns,
Border.
border to United States, and they're like Texas or Canada. Right.
Well, Canada, I think most of people know, but then
But
you have actually
it's
you have
frightening.
Russia too.
Young people, it's people that are actually in school that they're asking,
Yeah, and they are way out of nowhere. Like I have no clue.
and they don't even have like, okay, if they don't know what, like, if where Caracas is the like capital,
Yeah.
but they don't even know their own capital. So
Oh my god, poor people. Poor people need some.
yes, that's it. Poor people.
I feel for them. If
Att say in Swedish, det är synd om människorna.
it is. Well, think
It's
about
sad about the people. No, it's a synd. It's a yeah. It's
it. I think somebody's tired now.
yeah.
That is the look of Tone being tired. Oh. So, what are you gonna do
Yeah.
the next 2 weeks then?
Sitting outside in minus. It's been -3 today and snowing all day for 9 hours. You get a bit tired.
Yeah. So what are you
But today was the first day I had my heaters, and it was a little bit more harmony
gonna
in the past year. So I watched some movies on my phone. So I watched Wonder Woman,
Oh, that's a good one.
and what's
Anything fun coming up 2 weeks?
no, not much really.
We have
Expecting
Jubilee.
a call from the hospital, but
Yeah. No, we just have the Jubilee next week, and I can guarantee you it's gonna rain. Because it's like a weekend. It does not matter when they put the Jubilee, that is going to rain. It's like God's curse of Terrell, Texas. It's gonna rain on the Jubilee, period.
I would like it to rain here because that would mean it would go on the plus side.
Right.
Because when it's not snow mixed rain and it's just raining, it's a few degrees on the plus side. So I would
As long
prefer
as it
that.
doesn't get cold overnight and then you have like pure ice all over.
Yes, we get that in the morning now, and everyone has switched the tires.
Yeah,
I'm
because you
going to switch my tires tomorrow.
is that the date the deadline is tomorrow?
No, the deadline was the 15th of April.
Yeah.
And for me, with because I have dubbdäck.
Yeah. The spike
You-
the spike tires.
Yeah. Uh, um,
You're not even allowed to have them anymore, are you?
no, like the 1st of April.
Okay.
But if you have like a good reason uh, to have them on, like we have the house up north where there's still snow and there's still like ice warning and stuff like that, I'm allowed to have it if I'm gonna go up there.
Right.
But tomorrow I have time because I've booked the time a few times to have this tire change because I have my tires on a tire hotel, where they
But we don't even have that in here. Like we never change tires twice a year, not happening. But we also wear out our tires. I need to get if anyone wants to sponsor me with 2 new tires, let me know because I need 2 new tires.
yeah, but here it's like if you don't have enough depth on your pattern, you can get a fine.
Oh, so can we. Yeah.
Or in the worst case scenario, you're not allowed to
Respectful.
from stuff.
That's the thing. I need to get new tires on my front tires before August because I will not be able to pass inspection on how my tires are looking right now. Just
Yeah.
saying. Ah! So yeah, days like yesterday, I had to slow down significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my I don't like. I just it's like
It sounds so
$600.
hard.
I don't have $600 for new tires right now. So
No.
yeah, but yeah,
They
other
have
than Jubilee, it's not going to happen very much here, to my
no.
knowledge, unless I win the lottery on Wednesday.
I hope the horses is going they're gonna like start to calm down
Yeah,
and realize that the little shit is a gelding, so she don't have to be in heat, and she can just give him a kick or something and say, "Hey, I'm the flock pack leader here." Or,
right.
because right now the big horse, he's um, a bit frozen out. He's,
It's like, please let me in. I love
yeah,
what I do with you too.
and she was like, "No, I want to fuck with him, the small one, so you keep away from me."
Good for me.
Uh, and the small one, he's like, "You keep away from my girl."
You're having drama there.
Yeah.
All kinds of
And
drama.
I don't know why, because he got neutered 3 years ago.
Well, I think it has to do one with a new friend, two with weather. Just that weather change, how it is. Mm-mm. I really don't miss Sweden when I hear that. Just that part. Thank you, but no. I
No,
absolutely live without that. That it
no.
is just
But tonight I'm gonna finish watching Aquaman because in the part two, because I started watching it when we ate dinner.
oh gotcha.
So that's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Oh,
Then after that, I'm gonna go to sleep because I have to wake up early
oh.
to get the horses out in the pasture and make sure they don't try to make any babies.
Well,
They
they
can
can try. It's not going to happen. Anything.
try.
Yeah,
I
no. Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Uh, well, well. I need to run and get going for Tyler. It's like 10 minutes from my previous job. This house we're gonna look at.
Super.
Maybe I
Hello.
bye and say hi. But it's Sunday, so they're not working anyway. If it was would be Monday, I would probably like have taken that little route and just like, hello, hi.
Hello.
I
Hey.
don't miss you. Oh, that actually was funny because the other day I was at work and we came with a patient to one of the hospitals in the area. And this black guy came up to me. He's like, "See, do you remember me?" And I'm like, I recognized him, but I could not, for the love of God, put him where I've seen him, where I met him, where I worked with him. And he's like, UT, which was the company. And I'm like, Athens. I did not think about dispatch. I thought about all the trucks I've been working. I was in Manila and all of them. I like I didn't work with any damn black guy on any of the trucks. And he's like, dispatch is Galen. And that's when I knew exactly who he was. Um, because but he was a part-time working in dispatch, one of the few nice people there.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, you don't and I didn't expect to see him at the ER of a hospital. Like for me, he worked in dispatch and I knew he was in fire.
Yeah.
That not really add up the ER in a third city that I didn't really connect the dots there. But that was kind of cool. She's like, yeah, I do recognize your face. Who are you? So yeah, it's like, oh my god, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that happens to me with people I know. Like I met one guy that I've known for more than 20 years. And we were at ICA, me and William. And I just hear, oh, Tone. And it took me like a second to like register that it was me. And I was like, I turned around and I must have looked like,
Huh?
before I knew the face
Right?
and I knew who he was, but I couldn't tell who he was.
Right, exactly, exactly. And then on top of that, Galen, I always saw in a orange uh tennis shirt. Like we had orange shirts as uniform. And here he was in a random t-shirt. Like everything was just out of place. So I couldn't recognize him. So it's so awkward when that happened. You're like,
Yeah, you just yeah.
oh,
Hi,
oh.
you've been well.
And then you come home after 20 minutes and you're like, oh, that's who it was.
Yeah, it happened to me like a lot with my old from the last church that I worked at.
Yeah.
Like the teenagers from that konfirmanderna from that group, they are 18 now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so they started working and Väsby isn't very big, so they work at like ICA and McDonald's, and they're like Tone, and I'm like, yes, I
Who's-
but I don't know your name anymore. And they're like, oh, how are you? And say hi to Anna. And I was
Oh,
like,
I know
"Hmm,
who Anna is. Thanks. That's my mom. Right.
yeah, I'm gonna say that you said hi.
From somebody, but I
You
don't know.
take care now, you. But I've had like hundreds and hundreds of teenagers
Right.
uh, as my confirmands
Yeah.
over the years. I've done it I've done this for, let's say, 23 years.
Right.
At least one group a year. So
A lot of kids.
yeah. So don't blame me for not recognizing everyone.
Oh, it's just it's embarrassing, but I think it happens to all of us. At
Yeah,
one point or
I
the other.
do too.
Yeah. Or when I have
Maybe someone across from me is like, "Who the fuck is she?" And I'm like, "Blah blah 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 blah." Do you remember? Blah 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 blah. Blah.
Yep. Right.
And
Right.
they're like, "Nope, no,
I'm not who you are. Thank you, but no, thank you.
no, 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 no."
No, 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 no. Well. I guess we gotta wrap this up so I can get going with
Yes,
everything I
and
need
show
to.
that house.
Show that house. Sell that darn house.
Sell that out.
It would be
Bus driver, me that
that
bus.
does. Oh yeah. What show was that? Oh,
Really
it's
extreme home makeover.
Extreme Home Makeover. That's what it is. What was that bus?
But you can say real estate agent, sell that out.
House. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. It's fun. These people are the people that I sold 2 houses to last year. It's the same
Oh,
thing coming back for a 3rd house. So, I obviously I do something right when they come back for another round. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And y'all have a good 2 weeks. And yeah, we'll see if we show up in 2 weeks. Obviously, you don't know with this podcast if we show up or not.
No,
Oh, we'll see.
life happens. That's right. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And
Uh,
that's what we like.
sometimes life happens for you. Sometimes life happens for me, and we
That's
do our best to
how
keep a regular basis. But you
yeah,
know,
that's how it is. Y'all have a
life
good
happens.
yeah. Have a good week and weeks. And you, Tuna, say hi to William because he never showed up.
No, I don't know what he's
I don't
doing.
know what he did.
He got a 3D printer, so maybe he's printing something.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, see y'all later.
Yeah.
Bye,
Take
everybody.
care, everybody. Bye bye.